Bulls came in, they played that second half and executed exactly the way that we would have wanted them to. And they walk away with a big win. Big contributions from Kobe off the bench. Io with another double double. This was just a really good and fun game to watch. Fun game to watch from our team. Period. And that's really what it boils down to. We wanted to see the effort. The Bulls. I would have liked to see a more solid effort on defense throughout the game. But you know what? I'm not even gonna complain about it right now. I'm not. The Bulls came in and they exited the second half of this game, specifically in the fourth quarter, right? They ended up in the third quarter up by one, but they just came in and out executed everybody. It's hey, it is what it is. I love the way that this team came in and played today. Love the heart. Love the contribution from Kobe White. It was good to see a game where Kobe just got hot. Like there was one point in time where Kobe legit just looked like he could not, would not, and if somebody did try to stop him, he was going to keep doing this thing anyway. This was a great game to see from our team. Zach LaVine came on in the second half as well. That's one thing I told you guys to look out for. All starters in double digits. On top of that, we got like I said, good scoring off the bench from Kobe. This was a really good game. This was a really, really good game, and I really appreciate the way that the Bulls played today, man. That's all I can say with that. It was nice to see that Zach worked himself, back into a rhythm after how he played in that first half. And we are seeing Zach LaVine win some. So anyone who I know there are a lot of people who are saying pay attention to like Zach and how he plays and stuff like that. He went on a couple of dunks. They even, they talked about it in commentary as well. He ended up 5 for 14 with 12 points. He was actually the lowest scorer from our starters, which is crazy because you don't see that a lot. Like I said, Io with another double-double, 3 steals on top of that. Io playing great defense in this game. Javonte Green just with that energy. And I know Javonte fell on that one dunk, and some people are worried if he may be injured. It didn't seem like it was anything serious. I kind of rewinded it a couple of times to like kind of try to read his lips when he was talking to the trainer that came out there to take a look at him. He was laughing and smiling and stuff. So I hope that doesn't mean anything major going on there. Again, don't want to scare anyone by talking about that, but I do want to be honest in the way that I evaluated and talk about it. But that's really it. That's all I got to say. That's my evaluation. It was good to see the Bulls play in this manner. And we needed this game. Like I said before, we are in the middle right now of a 4-game, well, not in the middle. We're starting a 4-game home stretch. And so the Bulls starting that off with a win. We got 3 more games between now and the All-Star break. This is how we want to see our team play. Period. Let's go ahead and get into the comments. I know you guys are probably really itching to get into this one. So let's see what we got here. Edwin, kind of what I was just talking about. Is Zach Gucci because my boy looking like he's struggling all night? Half the time didn't look engaged. Well, no, I don't agree with the didn't look engaged thing, but his back is bothering him. And I think this All-Star break is going to do him good. I would not be surprised if we don't see LaVine play more than probably about 8 minutes in the All-Star game. Keep in mind, if it happens, I said it here first, but I would not be surprised at all if that's the way that it went down, just if that's the way it goes down, just because I'm sure LaVine is going to be looking to get some rest, and he needs it over the course of this All-Star break to kind of rest that back. One thing with backs is that if you keep playing on it, it doesn't necessarily get any better. So we, of course, want to see him heal and get a chance to get it. And we know we need Zach, so we'll see what happens with that. But, that's where we stand at with all that good stuff going on. Let's go ahead and get back into the comments, see if I missed anything else. I'm shocked Beverly or DeMar didn't get a tech that they were really going at it. I knew DeMar was going to catch one when he did the too little gesture. I thought that was an automatic tech. Yeah, they definitely got testy out there. Even Karl-Anthony Towns, who usually isn't like a very emotional or over the top player, like he kind of just goes along. He got a little frustrated. He got a tech, but then you saw him like he was doing a little shoving and stuff there too. Did get a little testy, that's for sure. Who was the most impressive player for Javonte Green? The fact that he was probably the most consistent. Well, I mean, and that's just not taking the ball, but Javonte, especially in that first half when our defense wasn't the best, just his activity today. It's amazing to see when a player can contribute at the level that Javonte has been the last handful of games, when it's mainly purely off activity and him just moving and having great energy. So Javonte, definitely. JC23 says Kobe fired and y'all wanted Kobe traded. Let me not say y'all. Good game tonight, a little sloppy on defense, but lots of hustle. Io. Yes, Io is Io's gonna be so good, man. Not bad. DeMar saying Pat Bev was too little was my favorite part of the game. Listen, DeMar, what the stuff that DeMar gets away with is hilarious. Like, for those who know, right? DeMar throws gang signs all the time. Like, literally every game. DeMar DeRozan is throwing gang signs out there every game he does it. And the fact that the NBA hasn't caught on, he hasn't got fined or anything for it, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Jonathan, yes, Kobe is our bench as far as scoring right now, but keep in mind, Caruso's coming back. Derrick Jones Jr. is coming back. So with those contributions, and then, like I've been saying before, and even now that he's scoring a little bit better, imagine how good Javonte Green's going to be for us going to the bench, right? Once Patrick Williams comes back, if he does come, bringing an energy player like Javonte Green off the bench and what he's able to contribute is going to be huge. Javonte, like, and what he was doing, just the little things, right? Not necessarily getting a block, but like disrupting a player's shot. And Karl-Anthony Towns did it a couple times, poking the ball out when they, like, he does so many little things that just frustrate the other team. It's crazy. DeMar's just filthy with the buckets. He's so unstoppable. Listen, DeMar just, yes, absolutely. And it makes it, he takes some shots that literally when you put them up, you're like, oh, no, it's in. Like that happens to me so much with DeMar DeRozan. If I told you 4 Bulls players would score 20 plus points and one of them wasn't Zach LaVine, would you believe me? No, not 4. If you told me 3, I would believe you. Not 4. Yo, Haize, we get all them boys back at this rate with the energy. If it can stay consistent, wow, listen, that's what I can't wait for the Bulls fans who have completely turned and forgot how good we were when we were all healthy. Like the ones that are saying, oh, we're now going to be a first round exit. I can't wait till the Bulls go on a run and then like to just look at it and be like, Now you see why this front office wanted to wait till everybody got healthy. Did I say Jeff again? Jeff, not Green, brings me so much energy, man. Great win leading to the All-Star. Yes, for sure. D Greatest with the super chat. Hey, thank you first, my brother, for supporting the channel at the level that you always do. I owe you some money. I got recognized earlier today at work because I be on your stream so much. Appreciate your hospitality. Shout out to James. Wow. Really? That's crazy, man. Are you in Chicago? That's wild to me. That's crazy. So I haven't got noticed for this podcast like in real life yet. My other podcast that I do, there was a time I was at a DMV and it was before I was doing video and like I was renewing my license and the chick was like, wait a second, I feel like I know your voice. And she like put her hand up to cover my face and then asked me to talk. And she was like, do you have a podcast? So, but yeah. Have they said anything about Javonte Green's wrist? Not officially that I've seen yet, but I'm on this stream, so. Let's see what else we got. Did you expect DeRozan to be this good at age 32? No. I'll tell you this right now. Like, I thought DeMar was going to be good for this team. I thought, especially like just the calmness of like him just being the player that just the veteran just can get you buckets. But I'll tell you right now, I expected DeMar DeRozan to probably average about 18, 19 points in a game on this team. I'm going to be honest with you. I think go back and look at my preview video. I believe that's exactly what I quoted it as. I did not expect this. I expected him to be good. I didn't believe all the fit concerns and everything like that, but I did not expect this. I didn't expect this at all. Like, not even a little bit. Shy Slash and Splash. Haize, where you at? I live in Columbus, Ohio. Not from here. I've been here. It'll be 5 years in May. But yeah, that's where I live at right now. Real Star Scream in the building. Glad to see Io shake off concussion symptoms. Seems like Vooch had a long COVID or something. It's almost as if he's playing like an all-star. Listen, Vooch, what Vooch did, and I don't know if it's a mix between the coaching staff or Vooch just saying, hey, look, stop playing me on the perimeter. I'm going in the post. Vooch playing inside out, right? Working him, getting consistent buckets in the post first, and then taking threes within the flow of the game, right? As they come after that confidence build, it's so different because I looked at it. He's taking about the same amount of threes that he was taking before. He's had games where he like hasn't shot threes at all, which wasn't happening at all. But average wise, as far as 3-point attempts per game, he's not that much lower than what he was even at the beginning of the season. I think the difference is that he's established himself in the post first to get himself going, and it also changes how the other team has to defend him, right? And what we're seeing from Vooch as well, sir, we're seeing now Vooch is showing some athleticism. Vooch is putting the ball on the ground, on the floor from the 3-point line within like 2 steps, is getting to the bucket and either passing out or making them guard him. It's beautiful to see. It's really beautiful basketball to see, to be quite honest. I'm rolling with Acme like our guys. Absolutely. To get back to my Vooch point, though, imagine this version of Vooch establishing himself in the post, and now with Lonzo out there. And Lonzo shooting 40% from 3. This team is dangerous. This team is going to be dangerous when everybody's going to be back. Dangerous. Chris Knuckles with the bro, thank you for supporting the channel. I can't stress enough how much that means to me. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here, man. I'm more puzzled that DeMar misses than amazed that it goes in. It's getting to that point for me too. Let's see what else we got. So many Bulls fans act differently when we win, and when we're down, they're acting like the sky. Yes, I call them the sky's falling fans. Like, I don't know if this is your first time here, MN1 Prod, but yeah, I literally call them skies falling Bulls fans, because literally when we were rolling, oh, the Bulls can win the title, the Bulls can do this. The moment we started losing some games, and because we lost players out, this team we overachieved. We're not going to make it out the first round. We're going to go down to number 10. Come on, man. Bulls fans are so crazy. So crazy. Caruso future is a coach. Oh, listen, Caruso as a coach would be freaking hilarious, man. Hilarious. The job I work today is in the South Burbs of Chicago. I work in the city in my second job. Well, hey, man, that's crazy. That is wild, brother. That is wild. Like, somebody said that in the stream before, like people in the city of Chicago are starting to notice me, and it's like, wow. Like, to me, I just love this team. That's all it is. I love the Bulls. I live and breathe Chicago Bulls. Brendan, Zach looked uncomfortable out there. His back might be giving him problems. That's for sure. His back, I don't even know if it's the knee anymore. It's the back. And I really do hope, even if when everybody's back healthy, which won't be about 15 to 10 games left in the season, I really do hope they consider, like, not necessarily resting him on back-to-backs or anything, but giving him a minutes restriction of like 25, 28 minutes a game leading into the playoffs, just so they can rest that back, man. Really. Stacey King is the reason why he's playing in the post. Well, hey, whoever's the reason, I'm glad that it's happening. Livewire Sports. Oh, Livewire, while you're here tomorrow after the game, I know you've been wanting to do a stream together. I was going to send you a message on Twitter, but I got caught up in the day. So Livewire Sports, send me a DM after this. Let's work it out. I want you on the live stream after the game if you're available tomorrow. But this team is very dangerous when they play complete team ball. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. JDH, we won. Julia, when Kobe and Io have good games, they work. Kobe and Io have developed a chemistry that is really amazing, to be quite honest. The fact that, right, one is a better defender than the other, one is a better shooter and a better scorer than the other, but they both have the ability to do both in different ways. Kobe's a really improved defender. I really love them together, and we'll see. So while I have been very voicious on I did not expect the Bulls to trade Kobe White this season, I will say this: I will not be surprised if they trade Kobe White at the draft. And the reason why I say that is because then I think they're going to have to kind of rebuild this bench anyway. Maybe they can rebuild it with more scoring, and they'll be able to trade their own first round pick during the draft. But with that being said, I personally, right, this is just me evaluating. I personally want to see Kobe White on this team for a long time. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if some things change in this upcoming offseason. D Nolan with the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. I love you guys, and thank you for supporting this channel, man. I really do appreciate it. You know, it's funny. The guy who won the T-shirt from the thing has not hit me up yet. I don't even know if he knows. He usually is one of the first to comment on my videos. He hasn't commented on any today. Io legitimately has all-star potential. Absolutely. And it's going to get really interesting. I'm not one of the people who say start Io now over Lonzo. Not saying that at all. But when it becomes, because think about it, Io has to sign a contract extension at the end of next season. At that point, Lonzo will have 2 years left on this deal. Once that deal ends, because I personally think they're going to sign Io to a 2-year contract with the 3rd year on the option, and it's just going to be interesting to see what the Bulls do. But that is far down. Let's get back on track here. I don't want to do that. Alex Lorez says, not to mention Io surrounded by so many players with experience, whether it be Olympic experience, deep playoff run experience, championship experience. Io has vast knowledge all around him, and like they said on the broadcast today, Io is a sponge. He's going to continue to soak all that up, and it's going to be. Listen, Io is going to be dangerous for a long time. Zach ain't been the same since he cut that fro. When he came back with that terrible lining, but no, he's been good since then. It's just I get what you're getting at though. Javante game today, I think, could be a glimpse of what we can expect consistently from Pat Williams when he comes back. Defensive hustle points. Drake is a rapper. That's from the thing a couple days ago. Or that was yesterday. But with that being said, Patrick, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Patrick Williams doesn't play with the energy Javante Green does. Not yet, at least. I don't think Pat Williams has the confidence to take. Well, we started seeing that a little bit in the game against the Knicks where he went out at. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if he comes back right with that, but it's as Patrick grows into his role here and gets more comfortable, he's going to be definitely dangerous. That's for sure. John Moore, super. Hey, thank you for supporting the channel at that level, brother. Settle down, Bulls fans. We're going to be all right. Love the show. Hey, it's Haize, brother. Haize. I know your autocorrect probably changed it, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. These new Bulls fans in here have to earn day one's respect. We've been here. Listen, you guys know one thing here. If this is your first time being on a live stream, we are family. By the end of this, we'll probably be talking about something that has nothing to do with basketball, and we throw jokes at each other all the time. So if I throw a joke your way, it's really in loving, unless Petty Roosevelt comes out. Hayes, do you think Vooch lit a fire under his butt when he realized he wasn't playing well enough to be in the All-Star convo this season? This man has his pride. Listen, I don't think with NBA players, I don't necessarily think it's that. You've been able to see Vooch was down on himself from the beginning, especially after that Philly game. Vooch was down on himself. So I don't necessarily know if not making an All-Star game was the motivation. I think it was, working himself and figuring out his role in this team and just what works for him overall. So I watched this bet. I'll definitely send you one. Appreciate you, brother. D-Dub, yo, Haize, very fun game tonight. Are you a bit worried that something is off with Zach? Maybe his back's. Oh, I don't know if you left this before, but yeah, Zach's back is bothering him. It's clear. Zach is wincing on dunks that he never would have winced on before in simple things. But it's just a rest thing. Back spasms are a weird thing. It's just a rest thing. So we'll see. Rakim says, hey, I got my hat, man. Been rocking my hat good. I'm glad you've been rocking your hat. Listen, I've given away a lot of stuff, but we ain't done yet. Because guess what? When we hit 5,000 subs, you guys already know I'm giving a Bulls jersey. Somebody pointed out to me, they were like, hey, make sure you clarify the Bulls jersey because somebody's going to try to hit you over the head with a Jordan throwback jersey or something. So when we hit 5,000 subs, we're at 4,600, almost 4,700 right now. When we hit 5,000 subs, I'll be giving away a Bulls jersey of a current player's Bulls jersey, whichever one you decide. So I'll be giving that away. We got to get there by the end of April, though. By the end of February, though. So we're 11 days into February. It's a short month. We got 17 days left, a little bit over 2 weeks. We got to get another 300 subs in that time, and we're going to do a giveaway. So let's see what else we got. Dazzy Dez says a good team win. Everybody contributed. Yes, and that's how the Bulls are gonna have to win right now with everybody and win overall for sure. FPS, what's up, Haize? You start the Bears channel yet? Also appreciate you for all the Bulls content. Much love. I have not started the Bears channel yet. I started the Twitter for it, so a lot of you guys who follow Chicago Bulls Central on Twitter have probably gotten a follow from Shy Bears Central is what I think I named the Twitter page. But it's coming. I'm ramping up. I'm getting everything in order to ramp up as my cat makes her live stream appearance. This is another thing. She makes at least one appearance every live stream. Pigeon, get down. Go. And she had the nerve to look at me like what you want. The voice of Chicago. No, I'm not ready to say that yet. Windy City Breeze is the voice of Chicago. I'm not going to cover as many Chicago sports as them, but hey, I'd love to be the voice of the Bulls, though. How many times have I told y'all that Vooch plays better in February? Give me my props. When did Shea take over Ricky Fontaine's page and profile? When does the All-Star break start and how long is the break? It's typically about a week. I believe so. I think it's 3 more games all at home before the All-Star break. So our last game before the All-Star break is Wednesday on the 16th. And then we have 8 days off and we don't play again until February 24th against Atlanta. And that's at home as well. So we have a 4-game, overall a 6-game home stretch. But we have 4 games before the All-Star break, and then we have another 2 games after the All-Star break, all at home before we then go to Miami February 8th and then have Atlanta March 3rd. So that's how we're shaping up going into the All-Star break. Brendan L. Jet, always supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Shout out to Haize into the chat, just showing support to the channel. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you, brother. Always support Brandon, always supporting the channel, man. I really do appreciate y'all. Not trying to be that guy, but we're not physical enough inside. These guys drove on us pretty consistent. Hope we fix that. I mean, you're not being the guy. You're honestly evaluating what you saw, right? It's different from when people say, "Oh, we're not going to Vooch is too weak in the middle," when it's more than just Vooch. So what you said is exactly, and I agree with you. Yeah, the Bulls need to fix that. We're playing the Spurs here again soon too. I can't wait to see. So we play the Spurs on Monday. Can't wait to see if they kill us with a pick and roll again. But the Bulls definitely have some things they need to fix defensively. Some of that happens and changes at the point of attack. So having defenders like Lonzo, Caruso back at the point of attack helps stave off some of that penetration. But we do need to see that get better as well. I agree with you. Definitely the voice of the city. Fuck Green Bay, go Bears. Well, man, hey, from your mouth to God's ears, man. Ace Daniels, I love the cat. Like she literally, I'm telling you guys, I sit here and like when I'm editing podcasts and stuff, she doesn't ever come. It's only when I think because I'm here talking, she wants to come see, because cats are naturally inquisitive. So she wants to come see what the hell I'm talking at. And that's why she comes on top of my chair when I'm doing this live stream. Do you feel it's okay if we have balanced scoring? Yeah, it's great if we have balanced scoring because that makes us way more dangerous than what you saw with this team. Again, ball movement for sure. This is the thing that's dangerous about it, Rakim 0431, is that the way that he plays, and he flashed some of that athleticism today, but a lot of the things he's doing isn't based off athleticism. So it does, let's wait and see, but he'll be able to have this type of game. I don't know if necessarily the impact, but he'll be able to play this way for definitely as long as he's on this contract. That's for sure. Jose Sanchez, what's good? Hey, shout out all the way from Puerto Rico. I appreciate you, brother. It says Inglewood shy fucks with Haize. Well, hey, shout out to Inglewood. That's for sure. They love me. I love them. Landon agreed. Great offensively, defensively. They had in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, they had some great defensive stretches. But overall, we didn't see the type of defense we saw against the Hornets. That's for sure. Do you feel it's okay to have balanced scoring? Zach wasn't himself. If he's okay, he's hurt. People stepped up. Yes, that's what it should be on the team. Javonte stepped up in a big way when Zach just didn't have it. Kobe stepped up in a big way off the bench and was just very dangerous. That's what you want to have from a team. That's always going to make a team more dangerous, is when, hey, we don't know who's going to give it to us today. Because if we do stop Zach, all right, how are we going to stop Javonte, Zach? Then if we do stop Javonte, Zach's going to get back. Then you got this crazy kid, Kobe, coming off the bench, shooting 6 for 10 from three-pointers. Man, Kobe in the catch and shoot, woo, is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Roderick Davis says, great content as always, Haize. Keep it up, bro. Love your show. I appreciate you, bro, and I appreciate the love. I feel like Pat Beverly wants to play in Chicago. I do think so. You remember Pat Beverly was talking heavily about the chances of playing in Chicago before the Clippers signed, got Kawhi and Paul George. Then they brought him back. I truly believe that offseason, rather than Sato, because I think that's the same offseason we signed Sato, we probably would have signed Patrick Beverley. I truly believe that. Truly believe that. Truly believe that. All right, let's move on. Kobe as a spot up shooter. He's this. What I've been saying this from the beginning. If Kobe can always move, come off screens, pin downs, and when he catches it, shoot it. But that's the thing too. We're seeing Kobe's built confidence being built in putting the ball on the floor and taking it to the middle a little bit more. Kobe is going to be a great bench scorer if nothing else. Inquisitive. Got to add that to my vocabulary. Jose Sanchez says LaVine definitely wasn't himself today. He was caught standing around a lot on offense and defense. He was trying to defend, but something was clear. It's definitely he's back. Definitely he's back. Oh, this is a great question from Edwin. If Pat Williams comes back and better lateral movement, man, him and Vooch are going to thrive. Yes, Patrick Williams is as good of a defender he was. His lateral quickness and foot speed is always has been the one hole in his defensive game. I know there's a lot of holes in his offensive game, in his defensive game that you can see. So yeah, hopefully that improves. Wow. Hey, Roderick, thank you so much for supporting the channel at that level, brother. Thank you, man. I can't stress enough. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your love and support with the channel that way. Tariq says, including injured players, who's your current favorite? I find it hard because I like so many people. Oh, my favorite player on this team is Zach. Period. But I will say this, right? And this isn't just because of the one season. This is because of everything. I can easily see in 2 years, Ayo Dosunmu being my favorite player on the Bulls. Easily, I can see that. And not because I think he's going to be scoring or have more of an impact than Zach. I can just see him being my favorite Bull. Yeah. What up, Haize? Hell of a game tonight. Proud of the boys, Bulls Nation. Absolutely, Cali Dude 87. Haize, have you ever watched Velocity Carter's tech reviews? He has his cat White Shoes is always on set. Yeah, he even has a song for White Shoes. So, yo, with a super $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. As well as Stefan with the $5 super chat. 4 guys scoring over 20. Love that. Absolutely, brother. And thank you both for supporting the channel at that level. Roderick says the kind of performance we need from Kobe on a nightly basis. I don't think we need him to score that high but from a efficiency standpoint, absolutely. Absolutely. D-Dub says, Haize, when we eventually get Lonzo and Caruso back, do we think we can reestablish our defensive identity before the end of the season? Definitely. I think it's like we're gonna get those guys back with about 10 to 15 games left in the season. I think that's more than enough time to get everyone back in the roles. I think Derrick Jones Jr. and Patrick Williams are going to even come back before them. Patrick Williams coming back, working himself back in is going to help us reestablish defensive identity. Then adding those other two, it's definitely going to do something. Definitely going to do something for that. Which big man on the buyout market would you want? So I talked about that in my pre-recorded video today. I actually went through a list of everyone. Now, some people have even said that maybe Rashawn Holmes may be a buyout candidate. I haven't really read that. If he is, he goes to the top of my list. But outside of that, it's definitely Millsap, Tristan Thompson. It doesn't seem like Derek Favors may be bought out. Like, whereas towards the beginning of the season, they said he was a buyout candidate. Almost everything that I read today, preparing for the video earlier about buyout candidates, he wasn't really listed on anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see. Haize, most of these teams in the Eastern Conference are winning with basically full rosters. The Bulls are missing 5 key players and we're still holding it down. When they come back, watch out. From your mouth to God's ears, my brother. Blah. Always supporting the channel. Thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Super chat's building up bail money for when Petty catches a body roasting Nick Friedel. It's coming. It's coming. It would have been here by now, but honestly, Petty got a little kick in the stomach with all the injuries. I'm not going to lie to you. So, hey, thoughts on Nets 76ers trade and difference for the Bulls. So, Joseph, I talked about this a little bit. I actually did a trade deadline live stream where I talked heavily about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. I see the Sixers trade blowing up in their face. I don't see James Harden re-signing there at the end of next season. So because of that, the Nets win that trade. The fact that the Nets got Ben Simmons, the younger player, they got Seth Curry, and they got rid of Paul Millsap, a player that they didn't want, James Harden, a player that didn't want to be there, and they got 2 first-round picks. And even if they don't use those 2 first-round picks to draft, that's more of trade assets for them next year. The Nets definitely won that trade. And I think that the James Harden experiment on Philly by this time next year is going to be, we're going to see that it didn't work at all. Nocturnal Hustlers in the building. Kobe caught fire at the right time to help seal the win for the Bulls. Absolutely. Joker, it's not about height. We got to listen. And this is one thing that I know people and, like Keith in the comments and stuff, traditional height it's not about height anymore in the NBA. It's about length in the NBA. So with that being said, he has more than enough of that to play the center. And it's not about the height anymore. We got to get off that. Rakim 0431. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Give us fans a platform to discuss our team. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Like I've been saying, we are hitting these milestones. It's not just me. Like seriously, if it was up to me to do a live stream, just me, it would be boring as shit. The fact that our live streams have become what they have for the Bulls community is because of this community that we're building here. It's because of all of us. Everything. Like I suck at promoting this channel. I posted this live stream today in a couple of Bulls Facebook groups, which I need to talk to JT Mack about to see if I can start posting in his as far as streaming live there. But hey, listen, this is what I'm here to do, man. And I'm here to when I created Chicago Bulls Central, that's what I wanted this to be, is a platform for Bulls fans to go and know that they're going to get honest, no frills, no clickbait, just honest Bulls coverage and discussion. I'm going to bring that for the Bears as well. Charlie Ruby says Tristan is 6'9". That's not insanely tall, but he's not 6'7". He gives us what we need off the bench. Just worry about his off the court issues being a huge distraction. That is a good point. We don't very often talk about the off the court things. So yeah, for sure. You know what? Honestly, here's what I'll say right now. And people may disagree with me on this. One of the players that are out there available that he's out of basketball for personal reasons, but I would love Willie Cauley-Stein on this team. A player who is solid defensively, not great defensively, brings some shot blocking, some rebounding, but still has potential to grow to more. Now, some people would say that that's what we have in Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley frustrates us as a Bulls fandom, but, he's somebody as well. Yes, because Ball is tall and as hell, and he's not good. Yeah, Ball is trash. That Nick Friedel disc is going to make headways mainstream, but I think Nick hates the owner, and Paxson and the Bulls are caught in the crossfire. Nick Friedel is a bitter bitch. He is the scorn lover. He's the lover that is in a relationship for a long time, and then the moment they break up, the person that he broke up with gets a better job, buys a Tesla, buys a house, falls in love, gets married, has beautiful children, and Nick's like, damn, if I only would have stayed there. That's what Nick Friedel is. He's a bitter bitch. But Petty got something for him. Frenchie, weird confession, but I feel like Tony Bradley is slowly getting better. Tony Bradley has always showed flashes, and that's why, he's frustrating, right? Because when he looks good, it's really, really good. And when he's bad, it's really, really bad. Even if Tony Bradley evened out to the median and then gave us that consistently for 20 games in a row, I think a lot of this frustration will go away. But it's just because it's so one way or it's so the other way. And for a long time, it's been so the downside of it. So, yeah, he still has a lot of upside, though. If our top guys aren't available as a buyout, then I love to see them snag Moses Brown. He's available. He's such a beast and super young. I've been hearing that name a lot as well. Definitely been hearing that name a lot. Yeah, he did change his number to 10. Ben 10, that's funny. Let's see if that takes off. Cavs second seed now. Are they? Oh, well, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Shouts out to the Cavs, man. As much as the Bulls are overachieving according to what people expected us to do, the Cavs are even more than that, right? Because nobody expected the Cavs to be able to put together the type of season that they've been putting together. The Cavs are going to be a tough out in whatever round they play in the playoffs overall. I told you I can't let that one group know that you're streaming. Oh, bro, I'm so bad. We gotta have a huddle, right? We gotta have a huddle on how we're gonna do this. Mainly because, and people, I'm putting them on the spot. I want Ricky Fontaine to host the live stream Monday night because I won't be able to. So there you go. We're putting Ricky on the spot. Everybody in the chat, type Ricky with all apostrophes, like it's apostrophes, exclamation marks, like you're saying Ricky, like you're screaming Ricky from Boys in the Hood, because Ricky's getting called up. Ricky's getting called up. But no, I may have 808s and heartbeats do it if Ricky can't. But yeah, I won't be able to do the live stream, unfortunately, on Monday. So that's FYI to you guys. What teams do you currently fear in the East? So only the Bucks right now. And the reason why I used to say I did fear Philly, only reason why not is because Harden implodes, and I really do think that Harden makes Philly easier to guard in some ways, and losing Seth Curry as well. Outside of that, I even think that at least this season, we don't even know if Ben Simmons is coming back this season. Initially, his initial comments on being traded to Brooklyn, it seemed like, hey, I'm going to be ready to go. Now he's like, it's not that he's backtracked, but, saying, I'm going to talk to my therapist, try to get my mental health together. Ben Simmons may not play this season still. So if that does happen, and even with Ben Simmons there, I still think that again, makes the Nets easier to guard for 100%. It doesn't make them necessarily easier to beat, but easier to guard. So yeah, really it's really just Philly right now. Even Cleveland, as good as they are, I'd fully healthy. Cleveland doesn't put any fear in my heart. Roger Davis, another bro. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. You may not have been trying to get as big as you are, but damn it, you are. And me and all of us Bulls fans are glad you created this channel. Well, that means a lot to me, brother. Thank you so much, man. You guys mean a lot. Like literally, when I didn't stream the other day, like I literally just felt like something was missing, because it's just like, you guys have become a regular part now of my day to day. Like we have a shorthand. We talk shit to each other. All that. You guys know my kid, my son, my youngest, who always comes down here. My daughters really don't come down because they like to be private and do their own thing. But yeah, make sure y'all type Ricky, all exclamation marks. Ricky's getting called up. So it is what it is. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I know this is unprofessional. Got to text my daughter. She's using my laptop to do school stuff. All right, done. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Is Tony's problem low IQ or weak fundamentals, or both? I think it's a lack of athleticism. I do think it's some fundamentals there. His basketball IQ, what he has to do on the court, I don't even think you necessarily need high IQ for. So I really don't know. I really don't know. Look, I love seeing all the exclamation marks for Ricky. It's hard not to love y'all, for sure. Ricky the boss. Okay, good question, Haize. Who do you think the X factor on this team who should play great in order to succeed in the playoff? Alex, everybody. We need everybody to play. But as far as like the X factor, and okay, let me first preface this by explaining what I mean when I say X factor, because I think it's a little bit different for everyone. Alex Caruso and what he brings, I'm not categorizing as an X factor because he's very consistent and we know what we need from him off the bench. What I think can be an X factor in the playoffs is Coby White. Because if Coby White gets hot in a series, it can literally change that series from being a bunch of close games to being not close games and us handedly winning a few games in the series. Outside of that, I also think Ayo coming off the bench can be a very big X factor for us, because what we've seen with Ayo and his playmaking now, right? Io's playmaking, he wasn't doing this at the beginning of the season. So now seeing Io out there with bench players and what he's able to do, that Derrick Jones Jr. pick and roll with Lonzo that became very dangerous, now potentially seeing that coming off the bench with Derrick Jones Jr. and Io DeSumo could be very dangerous, much less if the Bulls get a big that can be dangerous in the pick and roll. So it's those two players that I think, and hopefully with me explaining what I mean by X Factor, it helps that, because I know a lot of people are going to go to Alex Caruso. Nope, nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. That's why I have the family laptop and my personal laptop. Super chat. Hey, thank you, Frenchie. Love the passion for the team, bro. It's great to see. This is my team, man. I love me the Chicago Bulls, man. DZ, hey, thank you for supporting the channel, brother. What a great game, Haize. The ball movement and energy was amazing. Reminded me of our early games. Yes, ball movement is going to be so key for us. MJV, this is a good point. X Factor P. Will. Yes, and here's why I say this. Not only because of P. Will's defense, but if P. Will starts building that confidence and doesn't think about taking open shots, because what we saw from him in the beginning of the season is that he was getting open shots and he would hesitate to shoot them, and either it would give somebody time to close out on him, or he would then make a pass that, because he hesitated, if he would have made a crisper pass or not forced a pass. So with that being said, if we have a series where teams are cheating off Patrick Williams because they think he's not, and he confidently takes shots and makes them, absolutely he can be an X Factor as well. Can we talk about Io and his no-look passes? Quentin Johnson, they are beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful for sure. Noel, another X Factor. I feel like P. Will be our X Factor because no playoff team has the Bulls with him in the lineup. That's a good point. Good point. X Factor for the Bulls in playoffs. First Bull to sack, tap, or mushroom stamp Grayson Allen on a dunk. Oh, man. Oh, and sometimes we forget that Caruso is a leaper too. What if Caruso dunks the hell out of a ball on Grayson Allen? I would love to see that. He may be scared though, because Grayson Allen bitch ass may try to push him again. Oh, well, Noel thinks it's right along with me. I would love Caruso dunk or Grayson Allen the next time we play them. By the way, fuck Grayson Allen. I haven't said that in a while. Rondo to Raw. Why is it the first time? Is that the first time I'm ever saying your name out loud? Bro, this team is so crazy, bro. Oh my God. We're going to be ridiculous when we get everyone back for sure. For sure. Haize, I read that the owners are prepping to ask the league to investigate this net Sixers trade for tampering. By the way, Sixers got fleeced. Yeah, man. I mean, I haven't read any of that, but hey, if they are, it's great because as more comes out, right, and you're hearing, Harden had the Sixers picked out, or they talked about it at the beginning of the season. I can see where you're going. I can see where you're going with that. Haize, how's the tap, bro? You done bleeding? Yep, I'm done. It's all in at this point. Now I just got to wait on the pilling to start. I go back and get the color added in on Thursday. Color added in on Thursday. The Pope B. Frank's in the building. I haven't seen you in my live streams for a while. What's going on, Pope? What it do, CBC? That's Pope. Make sure y'all go and check Pope's channel out, especially if you like the Ball family. But Pope be going in on Lonzo. Let me warn y'all. Trigger warning. Pope be going in on Lonzo. But honestly, what he says, I'm not as harsh with it, but Pope it'd be facts though. But let's go ahead and get in. Is Harden the new Barkley? No, I would compare Harden to Carmelo Anthony in the sense that Carmelo Anthony wasn't nearly as toxic as James Harden. I don't really know who to compare James Harden to. I really don't know, but yeah. Kobe keeps proving why he's a key part of this team for now and for the future, just like Zach, just like Io, just like P. Will. Good points there. Good point. Io's starting to get real aggressive with the dunks. That is absolutely true, brother. Absolutely true. Joker, should the Bulls get cancer? Last year, Portland, 22 minutes per game, 60% field goal, 12 rebounds per game, and will match and be physically better than Vooch and set hard screens for Lillard last year. Here's the thing. all of that sounds great, right? All of that sounds great. But I still don't know if he's the defender that we need. Yes, the rebounds are great. Yes, the efficiency with offensively. All that I agree with. I just don't know if he brings the type of defense that we need right now. Josh Simmons, still believe in this team, but Dan, we need to start beating 6 to 7 teams at least a few times. I agree with you, and hopefully we see that in the back half of the season for sure. Shay, why is the reason you never get a tattoo? Because of the pilling? The pilling's more uncomfortable than it doesn't hurt at all. Like once it starts pilling, it doesn't really even get itchy. It's more irritating than anything. MJV, great point here. It looks like the Bulls are having fun again, for sure. Hey, yes, besides Zach LaVine Winston again, but for sure. Pope B. Frank, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. I know I haven't really been watching anybody's live stream lately. I don't even know how often you've been doing it, but I'll be back. My schedule has just been like crazy lately. Crazy. Apparently, we are ready to pay the luxury tax. Do you think we need any backups to be better the next year? Well, the Bulls definitely have to address something, if not this offseason with buyouts, which I still think they'll do, not offseason, this buyout season. I still think they'll do something, but they definitely need to make some adjustments next year to the bench overall for sure. So we'll see. We'll see. James Harden and Kyrie are one and the same. They both cause problems. Listen, Kyrie, though, is different. Kyrie just thinks he's on a different universe. I always say, like, I always make this joke, like Kyrie is one day going to move to the desert and become Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi. But Harden is toxic, right? Kyrie just lives it, like, in Kyrie's mind, he literally thinks he's doing the best thing for the people around him. Harden just doesn't give a fuck. Harden's just toxic as shit. Antonio says, were you cracking up like I was with Harden being the last pick? I wasn't cracking up when I first heard it was the last pick because I wasn't watching live. When I went back and watched the video, that shit had me dying. See what else we got. I like Tristan Thompson. I really do like Tristan Thompson. We got a question about Rolo here. Charlie Haize, how do you feel about Rolo? I would love to somehow get Claxton now that they fleeced and got Drummond, but I wouldn't mind Rolo return. I really don't know. I've steered clear of the Rolo conversation because while Rolo is solid, right? I just with this team, I just don't know if he has that same impact that he had when he was before. So, that's my opinion. What's the craziest tattoo that you've seen someone have? We're talking in person, not just me on the internet. Ohio State Fair, there was a chick walking around with a dick tattoo on her cheek. Like literally, it was like curved. It went from like, and it didn't just look like a dick. It was a dick on her cheek. That was the craziest tattoo I ever saw. Shay says, I don't mean to nitpick, but DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine have to do better on the defensive end because Nikola Vucevic is starting to do better on the defense. Well, they need to do better defensively, regardless of who else is or isn't doing better defensively. Yes, Zach LaVine, we're starting to see it. I don't want to even throw him any bell on saying the back. We're starting to see Zach LaVine get completely lost at times on defense as well. Now, he is locked in sometimes as well. Like, he had some defensive possessions tonight where he was absolutely locked in. But there are times where Zach he has lapses of just not paying attention, it seems like. Steve O Speak says, love to just kick up and chill after games. Same vibe since the beginning. Listen, I'm me. That's one thing you guys are always going to get. I am me. I don't try to be anybody different. You're always going to get the same vibe from me. Haize, we're winning the championship. We're winning it. Bulls are great, great, great again. Well, from your mouth to God's ears, man. Pope says, let me on. Oh, you already know Pope for sure, brother. I'll hit you. I don't think we follow each other any on social media. Pope, hit me up on you can follow me personally. It should be all in the description. Hit me up. Let's work something out, Pope, for sure. Because I would love to have you on. Wow, Evan says, which cheeks? Her face, brother. Face. Which character do you want to appear on the Kenobi show? Darth Maul. Period. I would love to also see Samuel L. Jackson's character because, like, there's been all that talk that somehow maybe he survived. I would love to see that. Damn sure. But it was literally like it was one of those times where I thought that I was tripping. Like I walked past and I was like, I didn't just see that. I looked again. I was like, no, that is a full blown dick on her face. Like, wow. Wow. KD Goofy, he said he needed size and had him beating Cat on his squad. Oh man, I've been messing with the P kid on the Windy City Breeze because he wanted Kobe White gone so bad, and now he's had a good game. I can only imagine the look on his face now. Shay, you be killing it, man. You are so funny, bro. Grandma, damn, I thought when the trade deadline was over, we would get on with it. Now motherfuckers talking about who we gonna get next year. Damn, give it a rest. Enjoy the moment. That is funny. That's funny. How do you feel about AD coming to Chicago after the Lakers disaster? I personally don't want him here. I feel like he ruined. Oh, I don't want. Listen, there was a period in time where I would have absolutely said I wanted AD here. It's not even necessarily because of his attitude or anything like that. Listen, AD would literally his bones would shatter moving back to Chicago. Winter, literally first time that it's like single degree weather. I guarantee you, like he's shattering a shin or something. We keep Mr. Glass away. Keep Mr. Glass away. Antonio, who do you think on this team has the best chance to guard the Greek Freak? Hopefully, P will when he comes back. Well, I don't think it's going to be about who can guard him one-on-one. I think it's going to be about team defense. What defensive scheme do they work out on the team? How do they stop everything around Giannis? I don't think it's going to be about somebody guarding him one-on-one. I think P will get the assignment if he's fully healthy, but I don't think that the scheme is going to be about just P will stopping him. Come on, man. I got my ticket midnight when it became available. Absolutely. Absolutely. Haize, I promoted your channel on my Snap, my Instagram story, Twitter, and even Facebook, bro. I got you. Well, thank you, Evan. I appreciate you, Mandrell. Appreciate you, brother. What? I had an Uber driver that looked like you, but I knew it wasn't because I was watching live. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. Pope B. Frank says, do you think the Nets got better? I think yes. I think they did get better. But they, like I said earlier, I think they got easier to defend if you can figure out what I mean by those two things. So I think overall they got better, especially not just because of adding Ben Simmons, but when you talk about adding another shooter like Seth to provide more space. The thing I think is going to make Ben different than what it was when he was on Philly is that he is going to be able to operate completely in what's normal to him. He's going to be surrounded by shooters almost all the time while he's out there on the court. So I think it makes him a little bit more dangerous, as well as now you can have Kyrie come off the ball. So I definitely think they got the better part of that trade. What do you think though? You don't think the Nets got better? You should have asked her about it. So y'all may not believe this from the way I am here. I am an extreme introvert in real life. So I don't talk to random people at all. Like I don't talk a lot in real life in general. So I worked at a job for 2 years before I really talked to anybody. And they were like, we literally thought you were mute because I don't talk to people. So I definitely wouldn't be asking a lady about her dick face in public first time. I just wouldn't be doing that. Hairline literally picked the same. I love how this hairline James thing has taken. We have so many shorthands in this chat. It's crazy. Haize gonna have 10K subs by playoff time. I don't know. We were going really fast with new subs for a while there. Like in January, we gained a new 1.7 subs. It's been pretty slow in February so far. So I don't know if we're gonna have the same type of growth that we were projecting to have, but it is what it is. I'm not even worried about it. At this point, the channel will grow when the channel grows. Neil Funk tomorrow night. Yes, I can't wait to see what they do for Neil Funk. Who you got in the Super Bowl? Rams. Only because they were in St. Louis for so long, and I lived in St. Louis for 13 years. So You don't stop Giannis. You can make it really stressful, but you don't stop. I'm going to be about crowding and aggressive help structure and knowing your assignments and leeway in between for sure. For the thing, they need to force as many turnovers as possible. Nets just need a size and a shooter. So yes, they got much better. For sure. 76. Yeah, I can't believe that they gave up 2 first-round picks in that deal. Like, that's just crazy. That's wild that they gave up 2 first-round picks. Ricky Fonte says, yeah, me and Haize are opposites. He's an introvert that podcasts, and I'm an outgoing person terrified to pod. Hey, you better get it together by Monday. That's all I'm going to say. Simmons at center. That actually could work. It could work in a lot of ways. How tall are you, Haize? I'm asking how the fuck are you an introvert? It doesn't seem possible. I'm only 5'10", so I'm not super tall at all. People think that I look tall. I don't know why. But I'm introverted as hell. Super introverted. Like when I say, so my friends, my best friend, I've known him since sophomore year in high school. So I'm 35. Oh man. So we're like 19 years deep. And he describes me as serial killer quiet. That's what he calls me, is serial killer quiet, because that's how quiet I am. Let's see what else we got. Attacking Giannis as well on the offensive end will help for sure. It'll help take some of that energy away. One thing that I will say, when the Bulls faced the Bucks, one thing that I was surprised at is Vooch's rotations out on Giannis in the perimeter, being able to stay with Giannis. Now, throughout a series, no, you don't want Vooch guarding Giannis, but I was surprised, and that made me open my eyes to a way that they can defend him with kind of rotating a bunch of different players on him according to what's going on. So. If Ben doesn't play, are the Nets getting knocked out in the second round? It got to be difficult, right? Kyrie and listen, I know that they're dangerous. Harris as well, like they're dangerous, but man, and maybe what the Nets may be saying is, hey, yes, we had championship hopes this season, but let's get Ben mentally healthy so he can come back. And then we'll reload this team, see what we can do with those 2 first-round picks, if we can trade them and things like that. They very well may kick the can down to next season. So, play football, not basketball. I'm not tall enough to play basketball. My dad always used to say I was too aggressive to play basketball. I've always played football. I played baseball too. I was honestly probably better at baseball than I was football, but I loved football. And so, but my dad always used to say I was too aggressive. I tried to be too physical, like I was still playing football when I played basketball. Is Petty an extrovert? Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, Pablo, it's not about stopping him one-on-one. It's about the team. And even if they can't stop him, then it's about stopping everyone around him. What do you think about Zion? Is fat Homer Simpson right now? Haize, you be skipping some good comments. Listen, I can't we pop too much. I cannot read them all anymore like I used to. I don't even see them all, honestly. So the chat refreshes after we get so many in there, and I can't even see some of them. So Simmons at center, Durant at power forward, Joe at small forward, Seth at shooting guard, PG Irving. That team going to be scary fast on offense and defense. I agree. Definitely agree. No, I honestly never thought that I wasn't worried about it. Like the way that he got up and then was I wasn't worried about it. I know a lot of people are, and I listen. I used to always go anytime it looked like somebody was remotely injured. I used to lose my shit, but I didn't this time. I lost my chance to play basketball as a Brazilian. I always played soccer. Then I fell in love with basket, but now I'm too old. Hey, do it for the love. I've noticed that a lot of football players are still really aggressive when playing basketball. They be hacking, man. Listen, I'm sure that I was. Let's go, Haize. I'm 5'10 as well, and I'm introverted as fuck too. My best friend I've known since I was 4. I'm 20, and he describes me as deathly quiet. He's an insane extrovert, and I'm not. It's funny how like extroverts and introverts really pair well, right? Reginald, no, there are a lot of superstars that have never won titles. So I don't think they need to do that to be considered superstars at all. I think DeMar this season he's absolutely a superstar. Zach, he's a star. Superstar, he has some work to do. Haize, we got OKC tomorrow. Would this be a good game to rest anyone that saw Green landed awkwardly? Zach seemed to grimace after the dunk. Thought he may have been aggravated. He may have aggravated his knee. I think it's the back more than the knee. But I wouldn't be surprised if not tomorrow, later on. But they have the All-Star break coming. I wouldn't be surprised if they rest somebody. All right, let's see. Jordan blocked a whole generation of superstars. There's a lot of players that don't have rings because of Jordan. Wait, we got another back-to-back? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, we got back-to-backs. Yes, we play tomorrow. DeMar is top 50 in scoring now and still climbing. He ends his career as a superstar, ring or no ring. Facts, JoJo. Facts. I'm from Saudi Arabia, and I love your channel. Can we shout out to Saudi Haize? Shout out to Saudi Arabia. It's so crazy how the Bulls fandom is just spread out over the place. But yeah, shout out to Saudi Arabia. DeMar is a star, but no way he's a superstar because of Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. There's a clear difference. No, you know he's a superstar because of his recognition, the way that he's playing, the fact that he's playing this great. I think I consider DeMar a superstar. I understand if you don't, but I do. Zion the dude to get a salad and try to eat healthier, only to eat the croutons. Y'all killing Zion, man. AK looked depressed yesterday in an interview, like he maybe even had a small trade, but I think the owners didn't. No, y'all, I think you're reading too much into it, Joker. I don't think that at all. As far as the owners, they've always said that they will pay for a contender. Now, there's a lot of different ways that means. That means that they'll pay the luxury tax for a move that clearly makes them a contender? Does that mean that you have to build the team to be a contender first, and then at that point they'll pay the luxury tax to keep them contenders? There's a lot of different ways to take it. A lot of different ways to take it. Is Jordan the most hated? I don't know. Isaiah Thomas seems to be pretty hated. Maybe that's just by other Bulls players, but yeah. Sorry. Bulls versus Bucks Eastern Conference Finals. Oh man, who can take out Grayson Allen? The ownership went into the tax during the guard packages. Yes, once, and they immediately got right back under the tax. So yes, they did. They did for one season, and then immediately got right back under. So we diagnosed some motherfuckers with depression now. I love Bulls fans, bro. Listen. Joker posted that. Did he? I didn't even see it. You know what? You're right. My fault. I gotta hype up my players, DeRozan, MJ. Oh shit! I'm not saying all that. Oh man. How do you see Kobe's future in this organization? It's really going to be interesting to see, right? Because while Kobe definitely can have a role, what he could garner on free agency could just be too much for the Bulls to be willing to pay because they still have the rest of the bench to fill out. We'll see. Kobe definitely, but Kobe can have a role on any team when he scores and plays solid, right? Not questionable defense, but solid defense. Not great defense either, solid defense, and can score the way that he does. He can fit on any team, period. That's when people were like, Kobe doesn't fit on this team. I'm like, what? Do you guys watch basketball? Do you agree with Shaq that Ben actions are messing with the next group money, seeing how Magic pay? What? Do you agree with Shaq that Ben's actions are messing with the next group money? I don't know what you mean by that, brother. I try to read it a couple times. I'm not quite sure what you mean by messing with the next group's money. Do you see Charles Oakley on that all smoke? He snapped on Isaiah Thomas saying nobody likes him, and he mad at Jordan for taking Chicago from him. Hey, yes, that's why I say people hate Isaiah Thomas. Since you're a fan of Luka, he didn't get along with Porzingis. I don't know if they didn't get along personally. They just didn't work on the court the way that it seemed like they would on paper. That's why I said it, and I can't wait to see how some of these trades actually work on the court, because while some trades look like they'll work great on paper, they end up not working. Zion was banned from all you can eat buffets. I don't even think it's that. That motherfucker is eating a lot of beignets down in New Orleans. This front office knows exactly what they're doing. This general manager, Billy Donovan, this organization has figured it out. Go City, say it loud. Go City, say it loud. From your mouth to God's ears, my brother. Douglas Lynn, this is a good question. I'm surprised I haven't got this more often. Should P. Will replace Green as a starter when he's back? That I really don't know. It depends on how P. Will comes back. If P. Will is ready to go and doesn't show any type of hesitation, any ill effects, then yes, I think you throw him in the starting lineup, mainly because what you mainly need from him is defense. But with that being said, especially with the way Javonte Green's playing now, I just don't know, man. I really don't know. Kobe is basically another Ben Gordon. Well, keep in mind he has way more size than Ben Gordon as far as like his height and length. But I understand that comparison for sure. I've been saying this: a fully healthy Bulls team, X marks the spot. I absolutely think they have a chance. Absolutely. And so I've always said a fully healthy Bulls team can make the Eastern Conference Finals. And because I think that the Bulls have a fighter's chance against any team, they can make the finals. I'm not saying that they win. I'm not saying they should be favored, but I definitely say that they have a chance when fully healthy and locked in. I'll say this right now. If Tony Bradley knocks Grayson Allen's on his ass during the game, I will buy a Tony Bradley jersey for sure. That's what I'll say. That is my promise to you guys. Let's see. Alex Larez, thank you for supporting the channel on this level, my brother. Alex says, I've been watching your channel since October, Haize. It's been a tradition at this point to chill in your post-game lives, though I'd support the channel. I appreciate you, brother. I really appreciate you, man. And thank you. You've been here for a long time. We started in the middle of August, so you've been here since almost the beginning. This is another good question. If the Bulls keep this team together, how you think they will be with Marko Simonovic? Will Marco? Okay. Listen, it's way too early to say Marco. Let's see him actually get NBA competition before we even have superstar conversation. Let's see him be a good contributor to an NBA team before we get that. That's what I want to see from Marco. I've always said that this season is about Marco, getting over here into the States, getting into the Bulls organization, having a full offseason as as an NBA player, and seeing what he can do and how he can add to his body. The skill set that he has a dope skill set. But can he use that same skill set and be as effective on the NBA team? That's going to remain to be seen. We're going to see a lot. We're going to be watching out for that a lot next season. I would say this: if Marko Simonovic isn't on the Bulls roster next season, as far as playing in the NBA games rather than the G League, then he may never play in regular NBA games. That's what I'm willing to say, but we'll see. Yeah, it don't matter how well it looks on paper. It's how well they gel on the court. Prime example are the Lakers for sure. Would you wear it? No, never. Never at all. Never. Hell no. No. Haize, would you think of picking up? So Moses Brown is another project player. I don't think Moses Brown is gonna, even if the Bulls sign him, he's not gonna give us what we need. He's not gonna be on this roster. He'll be another G League player for us, at least right now. I don't think the Bulls are gonna go after any more projects, especially considering somebody I haven't been talking about a lot. They have a project in Marko Simonovic, so I don't know if they would go after somebody like Moses. I love Kobe, but I grew up with Ben Gordon, Tyrese Thomas, and Brad Miller, rookie D Rose, the GOAT, and John Salmons. I could be biased, but Kobe is not Ben Gordon. Stop it. Go and look at Ben Gordon's first couple of years stats compared to Kobe's stats. Just go and look at that. You will see they are very similar. As far as the raw numbers, he didn't have the impact as far as but they are very similar in that case. And I want to say that where they get their shots off is very similar as well. But with that being said, that was a great team. John Simon, y'all. Well, you didn't see Ben because we got Simons after we traded away Ben Gordon. But y'all remember when Simons had that? I think it was the first season we got him, and he literally scored 20 points a game. That whole, I think we got him in like the middle of the season, and then the next season came and he did solid too. I think he got another 18, 19 points a game, and then he signed somewhere else. He was up for that contract extension, and he almost was never seen again. Let's see. Exactly. Marko definitely needs to fill out. Definitely needs to fill out. Even in the garbage minutes that he's gotten on this team, he got bodied a few of those. Bodied. Tariq, what happened to Alfonso McKinney? Why was he ever your favorite player? He was terrible. Alfonso McKinney had one good game in the Rockets and another good game in garbage time. Alfonso McKinney literally, I've said this before. Everybody who's been here knows what I'm going to say. He shot the ball 25%. So no, he's never been good. Never been good. We're about to see him tomorrow, but I really like Kendrick Williams as a sleeper at the deadline. I know he doesn't have elite size, but still solid. I agree with you there. I see where you're coming from there. We talk about everything in the chat. We really do. I'm surprised no music stuff has come up yet. One team that you'd rather the Bulls not face in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Philly. It's mainly because of Embiid. Was Kirk Heinrich as good as I remember? Yes, Kirk Heinrich was, especially for a player that didn't have any athleticism, right? It was just pure effort and skill from Kirk Heinrich. He absolutely was great. Whoa, wait, hold on. I'm quitting life. Hold on, but that's not what I was trying to go to. JoJo says when Kobe White is on, he's better than Hero. So I did a video comparing the numbers because somebody pointed out that their numbers are very similar, but wow. Oh, I missed your smiley on that. So okay, so here's the thing. On the little emojis at the instance are not real emojis, my brain just doesn't register them. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Josh Simmons, where are the hip hop heads at? Drake's a rapper, right, guys? Everybody hit that like button for sure. Blah. So is this the time to discuss Jeremy Grant? God, please no. I'm so tired of explaining to people why Jeremy Grant was not the answer. Most underrated player in Bulls history, recent history, Kirk. It's gonna be. I can't fight that. I can't fight that at all. Thoughts on the new Kanye single? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about a lot of Kanye's music lately, though. I don't hate it, don't like it, or love it either. It kind of just, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. If you guys know what that's a reference to, I love you. Mods, I think we got to spare him here and get his ass up out of here. Oh, wait. Are any of my mods even in here tonight? I don't even know. We should get Cousins. He will for sure. Listen. When the Bucks play the Bulls in Chicago, if Allen is playing, oh my God, like, oh, the crowd is gonna go. Did you one thing, right? Because towards the beginning of the season, people were like, the Bulls crowd really isn't in it. The crowd tonight was electric. It was great to see the crowd in it today. Cap lives. I knew somebody was gonna get it. Was that a Young Justice reference? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that show. Gavin says, do you think anybody takes a rest day tomorrow? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Wilt Chamberlain, really a sneaky pickup for us in the buyout market. Bob Pettit next year signing with us, maybe. Bill Russell would also be an extremely solid pickup, but I don't see that as. Wow. That is crazy. Let's see. Where are my Bears fans at? Well, I don't know. Hopefully they go to Chicago Bears Central when I start doing that channel. Yeah, I do, but we'll see. We'll see. With Earth Gang, yeah, I like Earth Gang. Definitely like Earth Gang. Windy City Breeze is in the building. What's going on, Pat? What's going on, brother? Yo, Haize, this Spice from Twitter, big bro. What's going on, brother? I like the way Tony Bradley played lately. Tony Bradley's so up and down, but I see what you're meaning. Speaking of actual rappers, how hyped are you for Kendrick Lamar to perform at the Super Bowl alongside Doc? I fully think we're going to get a new single from Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. I definitely think so. I answered this yesterday. Raekwon all the way. How do you feel about Serge Ibaka role on the Bucks? Just out of curiosity. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. It says, I bet 50 show up too. Yeah, there was like a video of 50 practicing or whatever. So let's see. Kobe started playing horse with that shot off the backboard. Listen, when Kobe gets going, when Kobe's confidence is up and he catches it, it's crazy. It's wild. Speaking of some quality moves, what do you think about Jerry West move? Pop goes, he's HBU crazy, man. Good point here. Tony Bradley's just so frustrating to watch. He literally Stephen A. Kwame Brown's rant come to life. It's wild, like I've said before, because when he's good, it looks so good and effortless. We just don't get enough of it consistently. Shay, you know it's all love. Listen, Shay loves making sure people know real Kevin Durant were 2-1 versus you guys. Shay's always in the chat. Shay's one of the biggest commenters here. So yeah, Shay's always here. Jonathan Love says, I'm sorry. We got so much scoring on this team. We could use more defense and rebounds off the bench for the playoffs. We will be elite. Well, keep in mind, Patrick Williams is coming back as rumored to be. That means Javonte Green will probably move into the bench. That is a lot of energy coming off the bench. The Bulls are going to be really small coming off the bench, but they have a lot of versatility off the bench as well. So we'll see. Tony Bradley's better than Alfonso. Everybody's better than Alfonso McKinney. Literally, everyone is better than Alfonso McKinney. He is terrible. Terrible. Haize top 5 in MVP convo right now. You're asking me who's top 5 in MVP convo? Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, DeMar, and I know I'm probably missing. Oh, Chris Paul for me. How much you want to bet that Grayson Allen gets a hard foul in the game against Chicago? I don't even care if we win. No, I care about the win more. Over that petty shit. We don't want to see anybody getting suspended or anything like that. But he's definitely going to catch a couple elbows and definitely boos from the fan. Haize, you will make somebody quit playing basketball. What did I do? We didn't even start talking about Tony Snell yet tonight. What did I do? Spice Band says the crowd gonna go crazy when Grayson Allen gets his head slammed into the deck. We should have traded a bag of chips for Jeremy Grant. Some Bulls fans will have you believe that we could have gotten that, right? We could have gotten Jeremy Grant for how dare the Bulls not trade Troy Brown Jr., Tony Bradley, Matt Thomas, the Jordan statue, and Giordano's Pizza for Jeremy Grant. So. Tony Snell still in the NBA? Yeah, he actually is, surprisingly enough. Tariq, thank you for saying it. It blows my mind. No one talks about CP3 as an MVP. This guy is so damn underrated. It's insane. Having a renaissance over in Phoenix for sure. Listen, Bulls fans absolutely think this, and not even because now 2K has the trade logic in, but back in like 2K6, 2K7, where you literally can get I traded Dwayne Wade for Tyrese Thomas once when I was I would have been, I don't know how old I would have been, like 2021 then, but yeah, it was crazy. I loved it too. I loved it. Edward Young in the building. What's up, Haize? Love your channel. Edward from Benton Harbor, Michigan. Hey, thank you, Edward. I appreciate you supporting the channel, brother. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Good fam. Look, Bulls fans are the best supporting fans. Number one in tickets sold every year, no matter how bad they are. But basketball knowledge, we're bottom 5. 15% of us actually know basketball. It is so bad sometimes. Cap Live says the crowd was electric tonight. Imagine how the UC going to be on elimination games in the postseason. The whole damn postseason is going to be crazy. The whole postseason is going to be crazy. That's for sure. Paxson also traded Dang for a second round pick. Yeah, but that was the right pick to do at that time because Dang never had another input. That's one thing about Paxson. Paxson specifically, not Gar Forman when he took over, but Paxson usually gave up on players at the right time, right? They didn't match Ben Gordon. He was completely out of the league a year later. Luau Dang, even though he eventually signed with the Lakers, he never really did anything else for real in the NBA. So yeah, I mean, they still made a lot. It's not an excuse for what they did for the most part, but yeah. Cleveland is now the second team in the East right now, Caruso. Second team in the East. Call me stupid, but I don't like the Milwaukee Bucks. Scare me too much. I'm sorry, they just don't. Hey, I mean, if they don't scare you, they don't scare you, brother. But I'm not going to say that at all. Not going to say that at all. Whew, how many chips? I don't know, because what we would have had to give up for just the contracts to match, I really don't know. I really don't know. Hot take: Knicks are going to come back and win a playoff spot, and we playing the Knicks in the first round. Listen, Chicago, New York, first round would get crazy, crazy, crazy. Tony Snell and Sam Cassell are the ugliest people to ever touch a basketball. Like Tony Snell, literally, like, oh, never mind. Because every time I make that comparison, Black History Month. Playoff Rondo finna be a menace in the playoffs. He always is. He always is. What else we got? I would love Chicago versus New York first round. I want to see. I always wanted to see Charlotte versus Chicago, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But hey, we'll see. We will see. We shall see. Bulls versus Knicks will be crazy. Knicks are starting to play well, so it's definitely possible. Joker says the Hawks will make it. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. We're going to start getting ready to wrap up, but let's just take a look. So right now, Hawks are 10th, Hornets are 9th, Brooklyn Nets are 8th, Boston Celtics are 7th, then Toronto, Philly, Milwaukee, Chicago, Cleveland, and Miami at the top. And New York is a couple spots low. Washington's above them, then the New York Knicks. So who do you see dropping out if you say the Knicks can make it? Are you saying that it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks? Who do you think is going to drop out for the Knicks to make a play in? Who do you think that's going to happen to? I take Chicago versus Boston first round. Ooh, that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Forget all that. I want to see the Nets Sixers. Oh my God. That would be a great series to watch. One Mike Kirsten, we don't want to see y'all leave Charlotte out of this. We're trying to make it out the first row. Oh man, how are the Nets on a 10-game losing streak? I know they've been struggling, but not like that. Are they? They're on a 10-game losing streak? Wow, I had no idea. Wow, that's crazy. Damn. Toronto Raptors on an 8-game winning streak. We're on a 2-game winning streak. Cleveland's on a 4-game winning streak. But wow, a 10, that has to be the highest losing streak, currently active losing streak in the NBA right now. Has to be. Let me check it real quick. Let's see. Yeah, that is the longest losing streak in the NBA right now. 10 games. That's crazy. That rarely happens in this. That is wild. That's crazy. Good night, JDH. Yeah, I'm going to be shutting it down soon too. Shh. Let's see what else we got. Random question. That's not a question. What question do you have? How do you not know the Nets are in the 10-game losing streak? LO, no Durant, no Harden. That will happen. They have no other players now. They do with Seth and Andre Drummond. Good point. Good point. Jose Sanchez says good night as well. It's just, I guess it's just surprising to hear a 10-game losing streak. That doesn't happen very often. That does not happen very often. Nope, I don't have pit bulls. He's half husky, half German shepherd. Giovanni says, "Go Bulls." All right, listen, I'm gonna give y'all. We got 2 more minutes before I end the stream. 2 more minutes. No, that's my name. Just my name long before GTA. That's my name. My initials, I should say. The Wolf Among Us 2. Wait, they're making a. Did you see the film? Are you talking about the film or are you talking about the game? Either way, I love Wolf Among Us. What else we got? Come on. Come on. Gio says Bulls back in second tomorrow. Cavs got 76ers, and Philly and the Nets looking like another loss with Miami. I wonder if I slap the black out of Tony Snell, will he be your skin tone? First of all, what the fuck you trying to say with that? Secondly, that's a lot of smacking. That's a lot of smacking, brother. A lot of smacking. Antonio Hernandez says, good channel, man. Love it. Keep it up, bro. You're a national. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Zach Lasagna says, Zach Lasagna. All right. That's it. That is it. That's it. We are going to go ahead and send it off. I wanted to get to an hour and a half, so we're closing down on that. Make sure you're following. Get my graphics together. Make sure you're following the podcast at Bull Central Pod on all social media. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave us a text or a voicemail, you can do so at 773-270-2799. Man, I really can't say enough how much I love you guys. Thank you for the continued support. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, as you guys continue, we'll be live again tomorrow. We'll have tomorrow, since it's a weekend, we'll have pregame, postgame, and halftime hangouts all tomorrow. I also have my pre-recorded videos, so it's going to be 4 videos across the 24 hours between now and tomorrow. So y'all pray for me. But that's it, man. Like I like to end everything on, man. Go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace.